Oh no, it just goes live.
We just live.
Yeah. We need to establish like a countdown or an intro. We need to
Gotta
get
do
to that point,
something.
man. We need to actually pay somebody for like an intro
Editing.
call. Yeah. I'm down to pay somebody for editing. Oh, we already tried that, but I'm willing to try again. I'm willing
Love.
to try again, man.
We'll vet this person. I mean, if any of the listeners got any suggestions, let us know.
Oh yeah, definitely let us know, man. Definitely let us know, man. You are already dropped the tweet, the announcement.
I think I did. If
All right.
not,
If
I'm
not,
jumping
we're
now.
dropping an episode tomorrow on Twitter. What did we ever decide on the time? Like you, man, we're establishing our schedule right now while live on our pod. Um, did we ever like talk about the time we want to go ahead and drop it? We want to drop it like tomorrow, like at noon on Fridays on Twitter, in our stagger
Um,
releases.
yeah, I think that'd be good. Most of our followers and listeners, I think noon would be a good time for them. During their lunch breaks, start listening.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, there it is. We'll have our prod releases on Fridays, which is terrible for those software engineers who know. And we'll keep our beta releases on Thursdays or our staging releases. Hey, we dropping some real buzzwords as we get to the 2 minute mark. We got a lot on our plate today, man. Oh wait, number one, how was your taxes?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I had to pay a lot.
Did you get humbled?
I mean, no. I mean, what do you mean by humbled?
Man, when you realize you you gotta pay.
Okay, I
Like
mean,
it
it's
sucks,
the
man. Like,
opposite of
come on,
humble,
man.
right?
We've
When
come
you
a long
realize you paying six figures in taxes, you're like, damn.
we've come a long way, dog. Like you gotta think about this. We've been at the situation where we look forward to doing our taxes because we be like, oh shit, hell yeah, which we hit the 2 minutes. Ooh, I want my refund. I'm about to go buy some. I'm about to buy this dumb shit. I'm about to buy that dumb shit. And then now was just
Bro,
yeah.
like, I paid like on top of my withholding and stuff. I had to drop like another like five figures in taxes.
Hey man, that means you
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
That's what mom told me.
Yeah, I mean, it's good problems, real good problems to have. I
Great
don't
problem.
like it. I don't like it at all, but could be
Mhm.
worse.
I saw somebody on Reddit where it said, "Oh, I text you that it was the problems I wanted." But the guy owed like
Oh,
$160,000 in taxes.
yep.
I
These are
was
the
like,
problems.
I kind of want those problems.
Yeah, let me pay $1 million in taxes real quick.
Exactly, man. What's up, Sora? How's it
What's
going,
up,
man?
Sora?
So we got a lot of things we want to talk about on the docket today. Well, before we get into it, let's talk about the update with the whole Elon thing, man. Have you heard that he actually secured the funding?
Did he?
Yeah, he secured
Oh,
the funding last night for investors to raise like $43 billion. The man's putting up 15 billion of his own cash, and he has the bid ready to purchase Twitter, which, by the way, we can still buy stock right now at a low price of $40, and he's cashing everybody out at 54. Fun fact for our listeners: if you just want to make some quick cash, if it does go through, I feel like some bullshit's gonna happen, and they're gonna stop him from letting him go through the actual going through with owning Twitter, which
I mean, I think the shareholders have to vote for it.
that's true.
So, that being said, SEC, I know y'all lurking. I know the Feds is lurking. We are not financial advisors, but we're just trying to help people get their bread up. Just talking about what we would do.
I am not a financial advisor. I am just a software engineer. I write code and watch anime. But if you want to make some money,
Trying
I
to get our bread up. That's all.
hey, I'm all about making the money too as well.
I love carbs.
You love carbs?
That's that bread. You feel me?
Oh yeah, my man is vegan. You do love carbs. I need to come over. Oh
That
man, I need to get
lettuce.
for that bread again you had.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta set that up. All right, so let's get into it, man. You remember back in the day? All right, the flashback. You do that shit, that noise or whatever. All right, so we're back in like 2011, 2010. You had Netflix. How much was Netflix?
2012 was when I got my first Netflix account. I think I paid like $8 a month for it or something. 6, 7, $8, something like that.
So this is like, to me, people, a lot of people who, young, damn, I sound old, but a lot of young people who don't understand the origin of Netflix. They started off with nothing. They had nothing on there. It was $8. Everybody was like, "Oh shit, yeah, yeah, fuck cable. They got Netflix." And then, to me, I was like, "Man, they only got limited shows." And then they dropped Avatar: The Last Airbender on there.
Got me on.
I used
It's
to watch them.
actually it's actually real funny because I got real love for Netflix just because like the first show I binged on there was House of Cards,
Mm-hmm.
and that had come out the same day that I had my first like real software engineer interview. And I came home, I went there, killed the interview, came home, and then me and my roommates binged that entire show. Because like that was like the first time like any of these services would do like, oh yeah, here's the whole show all at once.
True.
So like that was like a real that was like when I was like, oh shit, this Netflix shit's about to pop off. Because like before that, I remember I thought it was a scam. Like, do you remember those commercials? Oh yeah, you can mail DVDs in the mail for like $5 a month or whatever. You remember those ads?
Yeah.
And they were like the ads were so cheap. I was like, yo, this is a scam. This shit ain't real.
Yeah, it's like I can go to Best Buy. I can go to not Best Buy, but Blockbuster, and go ahead and
I ain't
get me.
gotta wait for this shit to come in the mail, you know?
So as we proceeded through the whole Netflix life, they added cool ass shows. I knew this shit wasn't gonna last the whole $8. And by the way, shout out to my boy David. I had his password for probably like 2 years, 3 years. This guy David, he's an amazing guy. Best man at my wedding, by the way. This man gave out all his Netflix password. Like, he had his password, he gave it out to, like, I want to say a good 10 to 15 people. And back then, Netflix didn't really care. It was to the point he gave it to so many people, Netflix kind of knew, like, hey, you're watching too many videos at one time. And it was like playing the lottery if you can get in his Netflix account. He didn't care though. So now they recently did like a scan or a survey or some shit, and they realized it was like, yo, there's over 100 million people sharing passwords.
It's only 350 million people in America.
So every 1 in 3 people are sharing their passwords if everyone in America had Netflix.
Yeah, back when only America. Yeah, I mean now it's worldwide, but still, like it's crazy, right? Like 100 million people
using. I mean, come on, man. And then now, like, from what I hear, it's $20. But hey, shout out to T-Mobile. It's kind of covered. Gang. It's kind of covered in my T-Mobile account. But I do have to pay. I think they cover what, $15 now.
I got a notification saying like, "Oh yeah, Netflix just went up, but don't worry, we got you."
Oh yeah, hey, that's love T-Mobile. Hey,
but
if y'all don't have T-Mobile nowadays, man,
bro, they're the best. I love them.
Doing, man?
You saving me on gas.
You can't be on Verizon, man. Even if Verizon got switched up on y'all, man. Come on, man. Come to T-Mobile. Let me refer you. I don't know if there's a referral program, but let the Petri
devs refer you.
But yeah, Netflix definitely was the DVD plug at one point.
They were.
And then, so we're at the point now, we got all these original shows, which we binge all the time. Excuse me. And then now it's $20 a pop. And I gotta look up the article again.
I'm about to cancel my account now.
You're gonna cancel yours?
Not cancel it, but like I got like the maxed out account with like multiple screens and the 4K streaming and stuff, like like the
ooh, look at you, fancy. You should
really flexed up a little bit, flexed up. I mean, I ain't got no polo on, but
hey man, it's just a bear. Hey man, think about this, man. Like they're losing over I'm gonna say a good 10 to 20 million like subscribers just off this shit alone. Like, it's kind of crazy. And they lost 40% of their actual market share in the stock market. So they pretty much tanked. If you had Netflix stock,
there's this investing group. What was this company called Pershing Square or whatever? Mm-hmm. They lost $400 million yesterday just off of Netflix stock alone. Damn. $400 million. Ooh. Yo, I feel bad for like all the homies that are working at Netflix right now that took their money in stock. Mm. So Netflix lets you pick what do you want. Do you want options? Do you want cash? Here's your total package. Let's say it's $200,000, for example. That you can pick like, do you want it in all stock or all cash or whatever? Feel for the homies that picked a stock heavy portfolio, because like Wasn't Netflix at like $700 earlier this year? It's
Mm-hmm.
like down to what, like 200 right now? You
Mm-hmm.
lost more than half your money.
So, and that's another thing too, as well. Now, being that they are down, wouldn't it be more appealing for a developer to take their stock options if they get hired?
If they believe. But here's the thing. Personally, if I were to work at Netflix, I would just take the cash straight up.
I agree.
Because what a lot of people don't know, Netflix is one of the highest paying tech companies. I said 200,000, but more than likely, you're looking at $300,000 to $400,000, even up to like $500,000 a year as an engineer at Netflix, and they don't have a vesting period. So like other FANG companies, like, oh yeah, you got to work for this many years, and we'll give you this much stock and this much stock. Netflix will straight be like, yo, here's $300,000 cash money. I'm gonna take that cash and then invest it how I want to invest it. Like I could just buy Amazon's, or not Amazon, sorry, Netflix stock off the rip on my own if I believed. Cash is king, though.
That is true. It's funny you mentioned that because I went through that during the hiring process with my current job, where I pretty
Mhm.
much said, "Hey, I want base. I don't give a damn about no stock. I don't give a damn about no bonus. This is what I want for base." And it was like, "Oh yeah, but the total compensation, yeah, that's cool. Stocks can fall any given time." So when I first got in at my company, Cardlytics, it was I think it was traded at $96 a share. They gave me roughly 80 to 80 grand worth of stock at the time. Drop, drop almost half right now in terms of like, because is weird right now. Of course, everybody in the stock market is taking a hit.
Mhm.
Due to inflation, due to the housing market that's actually going to burst, due to the recession that's likely to happen.
I think it's
So
gonna happen sooner than later.
I
P.S.
think so too. I think so too. Which I'm not gonna lie, being on the other side, man, I'm kind of lurking. I'm like a vulture right now. I'm like,
Bro,
it
because I
sucks
be
to say.
I be on Zillow like every day, pretty much just
Mhm,
checking. You know, it has your house stats, and like for the past 2 months, it's like going up like a grand every single day. And this past week, it's been stable. And then
mhm.
today it went down a couple grand. I'm like, oh shit, is this the start of the crash or what?
Oh well, mine's been on the rise. But there's a spot in the hood that I've been looking at.
Bro, I've been
That's
looking at some hoodland.
no. Like it's a nice, like it's a very nice, spacious house. At first they wanted like over five, like I think like 525, 530, but it's
Mhm.
over by the Lakewood Amphitheater train station, which is getting
Oh,
renovated. The whole area is getting renovated,
yeah,
and
yeah, that's not
but
bad.
you're the starter of gentrification if you move in there. But
I
ever since I checked out the
mean,
house,
yeah,
they dropped the price over 50 grand already.
it's happening, man. I think the housing market, especially because my brother's trying to buy a house, and I'm like, bro, move in with me into my big ass house, chill for 6 months, see what happens to the market. Because like I got plenty of room for people here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than him like buying a house, for example, for 500,000, and then 6 months later the house is only worth four, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, that's what we're basically waiting for is everything to cool off
Mhm.
before we make a move. Which I mean, when
I
everything's
don't
looking
think it'll
nice
cool like
next
that
year.
much, but I definitely feel it cooling off because like Atlanta is growing, it is developing. So compared to like other places, which might see like a crash, I think we're definitely going to see a dip, but we're going to like stabilize. I think.
As long as that interest rate's 5%, I'm not buying.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's gonna keep going up.
oh no, it's gonna go back down. I mean, it's gonna go up, but it's gonna come back down.
I mean, eventually, yeah, because they
Yeah.
said they're gonna raise it like 3, 4 more times this year.
Mm-hmm. Which you're gonna go ahead and pretty much level everything out. Um, dang, hold on. Almost lost track of about what we were talking about, the whole Netflix gig.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
back to Netflix, bro. So you
Hmm.
know how in the beginning they were all like they were against like the platforms like Hulu and stuff like that because they did ads and shit like that.
Yep.
Now they're coming out with a base plan with ads included. Now they're
Shout out
selling
to
out. They're
T-Mobile,
selling out.
bro. Shout out to T. I just gotta keep thanking them even more, dog, because
Mm-hmm.
these are problems that I don't have to deal with.
Oh yeah. I don't pay for Netflix. I pay $5 a month for Netflix. So I
I
actually
pay
like
like
watching her
whatever.
little shows.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But bro, they sold out, bro. I mean, that's what it really come down to. They really fucking sold out. It was like they were in the beginning, they're all about ads. I mean, they're all about like being ad free, whatever. It was a privatized company. All they did was raise their money, and then they went public. So when they went public, it's like you listen to what your shareholders want more than anything else. So you sell your soul for a stock value price.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy. And that's why I think Twitter's really gonna take off, bro. When Elon buy this shit and privatize this shit and make it freedom of speech, man. I really think it's gonna take off to the next level then. I mean, but hey,
Mhm.
that's just my opinion.
No, I believe it, man, because these uh these private companies, like, they have that freedom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We're very pro freedom around this podcast over here, financial freedom, personal freedom, whatever you want to do, do it as long as we ain't hurting nobody. But
Open source.
open source, yeah, I mean that's how
Yeah,
we
we all
we got
about it.
our starts, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting to see because, like, I was kind of thinking about, we got a project that we're working on with some other people, or that we're thinking about getting popping off, and
Yeah,
just we are thinking about, like, dealing with funding. Like, if we can bootstrap it, better to bootstrap and actually own your entire thing for certain projects. For certain projects, it's like, yo, we got to get this investor money because I ain't trying to come out of my pocket all this bread, or certain projects you just can't do it, without that funding. So it's a weird balance, right?
yeah. I mean, I totally get it. I mean, right now, my project I'm working on, which you already know about,
Mm-hmm.
I'm completely funding everything out of pocket, graphic
Mm-hmm.
designer, UX designer, stuff like that. For now, now the next step in terms of licensing, I don't want to drop how much I already know, which is going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a license to even operate. That's when the investors come into play.
Yeah,
But I get what you're saying, man. It's
like,
just keeping that
it's
freedom
like,
to yourself.
because the idea is, like, it's almost like, unless you have great investors, which they definitely exist, it's just, you hear more horror stories than you do, like, positive things. Just the idea of, like, oh yeah, you spent all this time to be your own boss, and then, oh hey, now you got some new bosses.
Basically, you sold your soul. You sold your
Yeah,
equity.
yeah.
You sold what you envisioned.
This
I
is why I
mean,
always tell people, like, if you get investors, like, you better have 100, or sorry, not 100, 51% of the company at the end of the day fully diluted.
true.
That way, like, your entire board can't vote against you, dog. Because
I
I mean,
mean,
that's how they got Steve Jobs out the paint.
very true. I mean, I don't like this guy, but hey, he does it. Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
So I
because
mean, he always and it maintains his full control of the company. So and it's yeah,
yeah,
smart.
I mean, because it's people that, like, you might be the single biggest shareholder, but, like, if you own 20% of the company and everybody else owns less, but, like, if they all vote against you, you're still out.
Mm-hmm. True.
You need 51%.
But back to this, man. I really think it's over. It's not over for Netflix. Netflix is no longer going to be the streaming king. I mean, or
Are
king.
they even the streaming king now? I'm not sure.
I believe they were. I mean,
Because,
from
like,
terms of market
Disney,
share,
Disney's
before,
been killing it.
before the rise of Disney, before
Mhm,
Disney said "F y'all, no more trials, go ahead and just
mhm.
buy it or not." Before the rise of HBO Max, putting all this content up straight from movies straight to actual
Yeah.
streaming services, Netflix was king, man. It was
Oh
Netflix
yeah,
and Disney.
Netflix was definitely king. It's just,
Yeah.
I want to say Disney might be the king now, because they also have, like, because, like, I have Disney, and I have that package where it's like Disney, Hulu, and ESPN all in one.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, just having all that together, that shit's clean.
True.
And then HBO's been killing. Like, they got Batman now, so I mean, how can you compete? Like, they have all the Warner Brothers stuff.
Oh yeah, that Batman is on HBO Max too as well. Great movie.
Fantastic.
I know. I know. I just wish they had like an intermission so I can pee.
But at home, you can.
I know. I know.
Oh.
You're onto something, man. But hey, I mean, competition, like we said previous episode, man, competition's key, man. As long as you got competition, shit, you're gonna prove somehow. You got no choice but to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's crack. Is it good for real? All
Oh,
right.
what's up, man?
So winning time on HBO is crack. Is it good though? Because I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews. Is
Their
it just a lot of
UX is
NBA players
trash.
off?
Their UX is trash, but their content is top notch.
Hold on. The show? We talking the show or are you talking the app?
Oh, I was talking about the app. I didn't even read the full
Oh,
thing. My bad, Nick. Winning
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I was talking the winning time. You think it's
Oh,
good. All right. I'm gonna watch this Okay, the show. All right, I'm gonna watch this today. I'm gonna watch this
I'm
today
Googling it right now.
because it pissed Jerry West off. It pissed Magic off. It might be worthwhile watching
Oh, it's the Lakers.
the Lakers show.
Bro, everyone, that's why. Because, like, I saw on Twitter, everyone was like, yo, F Genie Bus. Everyone kept saying that. And I'm like, damn, it's like that. I didn't realize they were talking about the show because I'm sure the show probably exposed some stuff.
Okay, dang. Oh, everybody's saying this though, even Quez.
Yo, John C. Riley's the GOAT.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, I'm gonna add that to my to-do list for today.
Oh, yo, congrats, Quez, man. You got another kid on the way.
Oh, hey, congratulations, Quez. You gotta, bring another baby to this world, man. Look at you, man. Congratulations, man. That's a wonderful thing. Me and man who are gonna join the ranks sooner or later.
Yeah, that's coming.
Yeah. It's coming for me too. I just got about a crib, but it's coming. Yeah. But hey, like I was saying, man, Netflix, the days are over, man. I mean, you sold your soul for the shareholders. You're gonna imagine like you're gonna be on Netflix. What type of commercials you even see on Netflix, bro?
Bro. Like what?
Something's wrong. Get the blue pill. Brought to you by like, I don't know, man. Netflix went against everything, man, just for this to appeal to shareholders. I mean, granted, lost 40% of your market, so it is what it is, bro.
It's funny though. I see Netflix people complaining that like, oh yeah, it's because they're so woke now and like blah blah blah. Like, there's that whole culture war of like anti-woke versus woke or whatever. And like all these people keep posting this picture of like this guy that's pregnant or whatever.
What?
And they're like, you see this, and like they're making it like seem like some type of like gender identity issue and then I'm thinking it's like, but bro, I knew you was laughing when you saw that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he was pregnant.
Oh yeah. Oh
right? Like
shit.
everyone loved that movie, right?
Bro, me and Ashley watched Mrs. Doubtfire the other day.
Bro,
remember that movie? Remember that movie? I was like, yo, he really dressed up as a woman and no
bro, he got a restraining order. He's out here.
Oh yeah. He was going through custody battle.
Bro,
as a kid, I didn't know. Like
you were just like, oh damn, he loves his kids, and then now you're like, bro.
Now I'm like, wow,
this guy.
During the movie, he was like, yeah, man, you dropped the kids off an hour late and you picked them up an hour early. I was like, oh my God. Yo, he just want to be around his kids.
That's all.
Yeah. But as an adult, I'm like, damn, he was going through it in Mr. Doubtfire.
Bro,
he had a dress
like going through that movie now, I'm just like, damn, bro, like the mom and like her new boyfriend, they're just like good people. And just this guy's like, trying to do what he wants to do.
You're not lying, man. What up, Cheyenne? What up? Man. But hey, that's all right. So let's go next topic, man. Let's go into the next topic. So
shout out Miss Doubtfire though, dog.
That was a good movie.
Real funny. There was like a Bollywood version of the movie where it's the same movie. Except there was like more violence because it was hilarious. Like she's doing like karate and shit.
Oh,
and then busts out like a gun, and I'm just like, damn, bro.
Big Mama House.
Yeah.
Basically.
Damn, they don't really have movies like that anymore, other than Tyler Perry, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't.
And it's just not the same.
All right, man.
They don't make movies like they used to, dog.
And they don't. Like Big Mama, like man, he had these grown ass man jumping in the dress. Like we really like that shit. And, like the characters just believe, like, oh yeah, this is a woman. This is a woman.
Hey man, how dare you assume that person's gender,
bro? Mrs. Doubtfire, bro. Come on, you can't tell. You can't tell. But hey, man, that was a good movie. They don't make movies, man, like they used to. We live in a different society nowadays. So,
bro, I mean, Tyler Perry's allowed to do it though. So, like, He found the secret codes. Like nobody complains, right?
Yeah, nobody really complains, man. Whew. Dang, I'm gonna rewatch this tomorrow for that laugh. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got it locked.
All right, so you and me. All right, damn. All right, so you and me been talking about this for probably like a good month since I've been working at this job. All right, so backstory. 420 was yesterday, right? You know, if you celebrate it, you celebrate it. I may or may not celebrate it. Allegedly, you know, who knows? I had a, you know, yeah. So the day before, on April 19th, I had a coworker who pretty much said, like, hey, you know what tomorrow is, right?
I can just imagine some nerdy who's like, "Hey, Rick, guess what tomorrow is?"
Yeah, and I'm literally just writing code. I'm like,
You're like, what is it, Wednesday?
knocking these merge conflicts out, and I literally said, like, yo, yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Like, what do you mean, bro?
Oh, we got that project due, my guy. You know, like
We
that's
didn't
what
have
I'd be
nothing
thinking
to do.
of.
So I was like, even looked at my calendar. I was like, I don't even know. He was like, huh, look at the date. And I looked at the date, I was like, huh, yeah, oh yeah.
Look at the date.
Yeah, bro. Man, like, I don't know what it is. And even like not just working here, but mainly I'm gonna start with working here. I got a coworker who keeps trying to get me to talk about weed. And come on, let's be real. I'm black. I don't know if he think all black people smoke weed.
That's what he thinks,
He
probably.
majority of the ones I
Or
met,
he might think
true.
that all cool black people smoke weed, maybe not just
Yeah,
all black people. You're a cool
very
dude,
true.
Rick. You're a
Oh
cool dude.
man. Oh, thank you, man. I thought I was a regular old Joe Schmo nerd, man. But dude, think about it, man. Like, I don't want to talk about no goddamn weed at work. And then that's the thing, is like, even working, like, come on, man. We're minorities in tech. So I'm a black guy. I don't want to, like, I didn't grow up around white people at all. So I haven't even been open. I don't like being open to people I don't even really care about. No.
I'll
So
be
the
talking
fact
to
that it's
people like
like,
that.
you really want me to talk about weed at work? Come on, bro. I act dumb as hell. Weed? What's that? Shit, get some Miracle Grow.
Bro, I got a guy. He comes every month, sprays my lawn down.
You're not lying. In my mind, they're trying to trap us, man. Like, they really try to trap us. So,
Bro.
like, even like this I mean, the person was like, hey man, you he was like, I go to this bar. I go to this bar. My friends used to go to this bar just to buy weed. And I was like, what? I was like, you go to a bar to buy weed? I was like, why? And I was like, but he keeps constantly trying to get me to talk about this. So to me, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What is that? So it's
like
crazy, because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, bro, shit, yeah, I got the plug and everything. Excuse me, Redrick. We have a random drug test for you.
definitely not I mean, you gotta play it like my guy Pee Wee, you know? You seen that video?
What?
Pee Wee Longway?
Which Pee Wee? Which one?
the rap, well, you know Pee Wee, but the video
I know
where
Pee Wee Longway.
there's this video where they keep asking, like, oh yeah, like were you running around the streets doing this and that? And then he was just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know
You
what
know,
you're
like
talking about, bro.
he was on Vlad TV. You know, on Vlad TV, how all these rappers be telling on themselves.
Yeah, man.
And he was just like, yeah, I don't do anything like that. Like the entire interview, he was just like, I don't be doing that. I don't be doing this. I don't be doing none of that shit.
Man.
Yeah, Musa, not the wacky tobacco.
Wacky tobacco.
Bruh.
Wacky tobacco. That's fact though, man. Yeah, that is true. We
That's
just
the way
don't
to do
talk
it,
about it because
dog.
it's like, I don't. Let's be real, bro. I don't really trust most of the people like in tech, bro. And I'm gonna pin Cheyenne's thing on here. Being a minority in tech, bro, it's kind of like I'm more comfortable with people who are kind of like me, even like us at the Orange Company. I saw me who I was like, I can fuck with that guy, man. He pretty cool. Everybody else is like,
I ain't talking to them like that.
Guy. And they try to get information out of you more than anything else, because the way they look at it is like, you work with them, we're friends.
Nah, bro. Your work friends aren't real friends. They're just coworkers that you deal with. you might make a real friend out of it. I mean, we did, but
We did.
like you got to be careful. You know, you can't just
Yeah.
assume they're all on your side.
Even though
Half the
we
time, they're
all,
just trying to get dirt on you for their
yeah.
promotions. You know,
You know, you, me, and Chris, we were the only minorities on the team. Yeah, we all
funny
got
how that
along.
worked out,
We all
huh?
got along. We were
We
cool.
became
Yeah.
friends instantly. We're like,
We
all right,
watched
bet.
sports. We like, oh yeah, you watch.
I was like, oh damn, he's got J's
yeah.
on. You're like, he got Gucci's on. I was like, oh shit, he's got a football jersey on. All right, we're all
I rock with
friends.
that guy, man. Even though he a Cowgirls fan. But hey, oh yeah, that is right.
I mean, we weren't even really
I am a
token
No, I
at
am
that
at my
company.
current job. I'm a token right now in the engineering department. I'm the only black guy.
It's funny.
My J's, my Air Maxes.
I'm not the token Indian guy because there's a lot of Indian guys that work at my company, but I'm the token Indian guy born in America. You know what I mean? Like they're all like super smart programmers from like
you Canadian, bro.
Same thing. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna let you lie, bro. I ain't gonna let you.
Dual citizenship, whatever. Whatever.
Wreck your country, man.
I got 2 countries. How many you got, dog?
Hey, I just got a lot on you, man.
Yeah. But so it's funny, right? Because like there's this weird like tokenism thing with that too, you know? Like none of like the Indian guys, they don't really know me like that. And they're like they stick to their clique over here. And then the white dudes are like standard tech white dudes that most of our listeners probably have dealt with. And then on my team, there's a couple of black people, but like I don't really know them, especially working like remotely. So it's just like whatever, dude. Whenever we have our on-sites, like that's when you like really see like people are kind of clicked up, and I'm just like, whatever, dude. I'm just here to get this check. I ain't worried about nothing.
I'm not saying like all white people were like I met some cool ass white people in terms of like in tech. I mean, let's be real. Shout out my boy Waller, man. You know what I'm saying?
Waller's cool.
Yeah,
he was hitting me up in the DMs. He's like, "Hey, man, are these shoes cool? Should I do this?" And I'm like, "I got you, dog. Let me put you on game real quick."
Yeah. So
he was like, "Oh man, what shoes are these?" I'm like, "I got you." Send him the StockX link and everything, you know.
You got people paying resale, dog.
What I need to do is become the shoe plug for techies, because like the same way like I remember when Yeezys came out, I thought they were so cool, and then all the tech nerds started wearing them. I'm like, bro, I can't be wearing the same shit that they're all wearing. Like now they're all wearing the Panda Dunks, and I'm just like, bro, I used to like Dunks. I can barely wear my J's now. My ones, I'm like, because like people might think they're Dunks, you know?
Yeah, true. That's why I've been going through my Air Max phase.
Bro, Air Max is goated because like no matter what, nerds ain't gonna like even if nerds get like Air Maxes, they're not gonna get the cool Air Maxes. You know what I mean?
True. But yeah, hey, that's what I realized in the tech industry, man. Like a lot of people feel like, you know, just because you work together, they're more like friends.
No.
And even at, let's be real, bro, at the Orange Company, before you got there, when I was working there, I went to lunch with these guys because, you know, hey, they're just coworkers. It's like, hey, let's go to lunch. The whole time they're like, how do you feel about such and such? I don't really care for her because of this, that, and the third. How do you feel?
I'm like, bro, I don't be thinking about these people after the club.
Yeah, like I don't really care. I don't really think about these people. Like I don't really like. They don't really outside of the building. I don't really give a shit about these people. Like let's be real. Like they have their own lives. I have my own life. So I don't know what you want from me. Ever since then, I stopped going to lunch with them. But it was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And like people say, they trust no one, especially in terms of the workplace sometimes. Bro. That's just how I feel when it comes to like the corporate, you know, businesses and stuff like that. So
it's only so many promotions if you're trying to climb the ladder. And people are going to try to get any dirt that they can.
Yeah, they're going to sell out. Come up.
They're going to snitch, just like ASAP Rocky's boy snitched on him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that
allegedly?
Correct? Okay, I don't, you know, we don't like to throw accusations around here.
So allegedly, ASAP Bari said that ASAP Rel snitched on Rocky. That's messed up because even if he did snitch, Bari shouldn't have said anything because he said that on social media. So now, like, you know, the lawyers can't just like play like, oh yeah, this we had nothing to do with it. But now as soon as like, oh yeah, he snitched on him, like he did it and he snitched on him, like now like you can't play that defense anymore.
True. I mean, let's be real, man. A lot of these rappers snitch on themselves
Yeah.
anyway. Like you go in a song, they'll be like, "Yeah, I went around outside the club. We stomped out the rail, and they'll just put it on the beat." It was just like, remember Whoop Rico? Remember that song, Whoop Rico and break his neck? And they made a dance to it, and it was about whooping a guy named Rico, and they broke his neck, and it was just like.
I mean, that was that MF Doom song, right? Rap snitch conditions.
Yeah.
These
Man,
rappers be their favorite, they be their own star witness.
Yo, man.
You see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Like what?
I mean, to listeners, YouTubers, I mean, people who watching this, if you have not seen the Boondocks, please watch the Boondocks. They break this shit down in terms of like Gangstalicious and Thug Deficit and how these rappers are really broke. But you know, that's what they put in front of us. That's what they put in front of our kids and just say, hey, be like a rapper. They got millions. They got all this money. They got these cars, clothes, hoes. And that's what they make. That's why they program us to think that's what we need. So, but hey, we the Petri Devs, man. Write code, get money.
It's funny. Kind of similar to that vein, how you said like that's what they show you, and they're like, hey, this is what you should aspire to.
Mm-hmm.
So, something that I thought about, this guy on Twitter made this point like during the election or whatever that happened. How come they always have like all these rappers and stuff talk to these politicians, right? Like they're supposed to be community leaders, but you don't ever see like a country singer or a rock singer, like, you know.
Hey, all right, man.
Like I saw, like he said that, I'm like, damn, bro, that's a good ass point.
We can go down a rabbit hole with this episode on that note if you really.
I mean, we can, bro.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. It's like, dog, think about it, bro. Remember when Biden was running up for presidency or whatever?
Oh yeah, when he said like, if you don't vote for me, you're not black or some shit like that.
I mean,
he said that shit,
too,
right?
That too, and I voted for him sadly. But outside of that, it was like this man did an interview with Cardi B, bro. Not an attorney, not a an actual civil rights leader, not a minority leader.
Not even like Killer Mike, like sure he's a rapper and he's most famous for being a rapper, but like he does a lot of community stuff. So maybe even somebody like him,
somebody like that, somebody who's very intellectual. You get Cardi B, someone who's an.
I mean, shout out to her, but what?
Yeah, but
like why her? I mean, that kind of tells you what the politicians think. They think that I can just get whoever's popping, and just influence. Yo, we definitely need Dr. Umar. Yo, we need Dr. Umar on an episode.
No.
He's just gonna talk shit to me the whole time because I'm not black, but I'm be like, yo, whatever. This shit's gonna be hilarious. I'm be like, bet.
But yo, man, I mean, that's some real shit, man. That's some real shit. I mean, they put these people out there and they were just like, oh yeah, let the rappers talk to them.
Bro, remember they had Hillary Clinton doing the whip and nay dance and trying to dab and stuff.
I'm like, bro, hot sauce out her purse.
Yeah, hot sauce talking about because Beyonce said it in one song. Beyonce ain't got no hot sauce in her purse. First off, like what?
Man, you gonna get me started, bro? Man, it's for real, bro. And like, and let's be real, bro. All right, so I don't know what it is. And I've recently been doing research. For some weird reason, ever since Bill Clinton was president of the United States, Black people have only primarily voted Democrat. And in our community, if you didn't vote Democrat, they didn't fuck with you at all. You can be the goddamn deacon at a church and just say, hey, bro, yeah, bro, I voted Trump. What? Hell no. Get up out of our church. Like they would really crucify you over not being a Democrat. Like, not crucify as in like actually doing it, even though we just recently had Easter.
They'll just look at you.
They won't fuck with you anymore. Yeah. Like even like family members and stuff like that. But it's crazy. It's just like,
so
what are they really?
It's doing? Interesting though, because like I remember talking to one of my acquaintances, and he's a super Democrat guy. He always votes Democrat, and he's this white dude. But he was just talking about like how. And he actually brought up Bill Clinton. He's like, yeah, like Bill Clinton was kissing black babies on the like how presidents kiss babies. He was the
Mm-hmm.
first president to kind of do that. And then they said like he went on Arsenio and played the saxophone, and like he was the guy that kind of started
He just
the whole
appealed.
pandering thing
Yeah.
that they were saying. Because like apparently, and obviously, like I was living in Canada at that time, so I didn't. Let's be honest, I didn't give a fuck about Canadian politics when I was 5 years old, 8 years old either. But
You didn't rock with the prime minister?
shit, I was only rocking with these Pokemon cards and how I could get this Charizard. You feel me?
Oh, the Pokemon bought the Pokemon card.
But he mentioned that like pretty much before Bill Clinton, they just ignored black people as a voting base. Like they wouldn't really bring up black issues. So then at that time, black people would probably, I mean, I don't know, but he said like it seems like they would just vote for whatever, like they wanted to vote for and not feel pressured into voting one way. Because that's what you brought up. It's like people are pressuring people just to vote one way or the other. So it's interesting.
If you tell them otherwise, they'll look at you crazy, bro. Like, nah. All right, let's be real, bro.
I'm gonna say this: it's some racist Republicans, it's some racist Democrats.
Yeah, bro. We talk about Kemp all the time, right? We make jokes about the shit that he does. We don't agree with most of the shit he does, but there's a couple good things he be doing. And I bring that up sometimes, and they're like, "Whoa, you fuck with the Republicans? Oh hell no!" And I'm like, what?
I fuck with certain laws,
bro. I'm like, I was like, from now, I'm like, I'm not doing voting based on slogans anymore. I'm not voting based on like who we like anymore. I'm voting based on like who's gonna affect my family the most in a positive way. Like, who's gonna go ahead and put money back in the taxpayer pocket, or who's gonna reduce taxes? Of course, being we
like lower like imprisonment, for example. Like I think we brought up the last episode that Kemp signed the carry. Constitutional carry. So it's like cool. It's so many kids that go to jail just for not having a license that won't be going to jail now.
I mean, it was a license to conceal. So it's kind of like if a lot of people put guns underneath their underneath their pants, over their shirt. A lot of people getting locked up because of that. They might have had a license to carry, but it was just like you didn't
not a license to conceal. Yeah.
So a lot of people not go to jail because of that. So I mean, that's a positive thing in some people ways. Other people gonna look at it as like, hey, the criminals can hide their guns better.
It's like criminals are criminal. Personally, criminals are gonna do criminal shit.
That's true.
Like
with or without a gun.
Yeah, like if it's not like, oh wow, now I can carry without a license, so now I can go do crime. Like if a guy was gonna do crime, he was gonna hide that gun anyways.
True.
Like, so I look at this like it reminds me of like it's very interesting how like people are like, oh, pro decriminalization of marijuana to keep people out of jails, but they're not pro gun laws that keep people out of jail. Because it's not like it's making it easier to get guns. It's still the same exact process to get guns.
Yeah, yeah.
But the end result is like these laws are made in a way to make people go to jail more often.
Yeah, man.
Like people don't realize that, like, because like, I mean, I think guns have bad PR. I mean, obviously, a lot of fucked up shit happens because of guns too, but guns have bad PR because of the NRA. I mean, which is like the big gun group. Like, I don't really fuck with the NRA. I fuck with guns, but I don't fuck with the NRA. And because the NRA is so loud, people are like, yo, that shit's for like racist folks over there. That shit ain't for me. And then when you realize like guns are for everybody, dog.
True. I mean, we could say the same thing about the tobacco industry too, as well.
Oh yeah, tobacco industry holding down marijuana laws.
Tobacco and alcohol is probably killing more people than guns, allegedly. I don't know.
I mean, maybe not.
Might look at the numbers on that one, but yeah, it's crazy, man.
No, it's definitely wild, right? Like certain types of guns are illegal, but certain types are legal, and the types of guns that are illegal aren't more dangerous. It's just minorities are more likely to have that type of gun than non-minorities, and like they have certain laws like that, and it's like, oh, that's interesting.
But I really ultimately everything. A wise person told me this: everything comes down to who we like.
Yeah,
and it's basically like how the media can portray a person in a certain light. If you like that person, of course you're gonna say like, "Oh, he can't do no wrong." Who did that? Nah, Tyrone would never. Tyrone would never do that shit.
That's
but
the whole.
I don't fuck with Darrell. Darrell could be, paying people's tuition,
saving lives and shit.
Saving lives and shit. I don't fuck with Darrell. He rock with Trump, and it's just like what? But I don't even want to care. I don't even want to care what he got to say. But I think it really comes down to like who we like more than anything else, and I feel like that's why we get people who both Democrats and Republicans come up with slogans and shit like that, and they just like, oh yeah, like me, like me. It's a popularity contest at the end of
Yeah, I
the day.
mean that's what it comes down to. Because like, let's keep it 100, man. Both parties are more similar than people think they are.
Oh, they're exactly the same.
Yeah, like in terms of actual policy being passed, like sure, like they might there might be like 4 or 5 issues that they don't agree on, but like a lot of their stuff, like everyone's like, oh yeah, they're anti-war and they're more peace. I'm like, bro, both parties is still bombing other countries. Both parties is still doing this. Like,
And they have the same platforms. Like, bro, Obamacare, the foundation of Obamacare was created during the Bush era.
yeah, Mitt Romney, who was a Republican governor, I believe, of like Massachusetts or something, like he implemented it there. Like they have state Obamacare, or I guess Mitt Romney care, or whatever they call it.
And then now the transition Obama, the Republicans who made it just say, hey, fuck no, we don't fuck with that shit. We're letting everybody know, don't fuck with it. If you rock with us, don't fuck with it. And then
Mm-hmm.
what they do, Fox News, rile people up, goddamn. Who's that white guy? Damn, they got this Tucker Carlson or whatever his
Bro,
name
he's the new Bill
is.
O'Reilly. He's the new Bill O'Reilly. Yo, shout out to Bill though. Shout out to Bill though. Bill was funny at least, right? Like,
It's a white angry man. Every episode, yo.
remember when Cameron went on there? You mad? You mad?
It's a white angry man on there every episode, bro. Like some people, I follow this YouTuber who just make fun of the clips the whole time. He just clips shit out of context and just it do be pissed every
Bro,
time.
Tucker Carlson's hilarious. That boy be getting drunk as hell. Just talking.
I feel like they're Democrats are fucking this shit up right now. And you should be outraged, America. You should be outraged. And they piss people off, bro. Man, even that when I was working in one of my older companies, man, I worked with this white dude. He was an older guy, and I never forget. He used to say all type of shit, and I can tell he was watching Fox News. He was like, yeah, man, the whole Colin Kaepernick situation. He was like, yeah, man, I don't know why, No, he brought up the fact that somebody did something. Some black dude did something. And he was like, yeah, but you don't see Colin Kaepernick doing any stuff like that for a community. And I'm like, bro, I know you watching this shit, bro. And I was like, what? And to me, I was like, okay, bro. He actually has a foundation on his website where he's donating $1 million. You can see what the money goes to. He was like, so why they aren't talking about it? I was like,
because they're not talking about it, my guy. That's exactly it.
Here's where he got mad at me. I was like, yeah, because they probably don't have it on Fox News. And he was like, what? I don't watch no Fox News. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He was pissed off.
No, it's the same thing, right? Like people like they use like these 2-3 news sources, and they're just like they build their entire like
narrative.
Not even narrative. I would say their entire personalities these days. True. There's people that just like this is like the only thing they care about. Like they'll go on Twitter all day just to like dunk on the other side, and it's like, bro, both you guys are like the exact same.
Exact same. They're in bed together. I mean, you mentioned House of Cards earlier.
Yeah.
Shit, come on, man.
Bro,
all the same thing.
You seen that movie Vice?
It's
an older movie. It's Christian Bale.
Oh,
he plays Dick Cheney.
I thought you were talking about Miami Vice for a second.
No. He plays Dick Cheney. Really good movie. So Dick Cheney. So it's like a documentary, not a documentary, but it's like a reenactment of like all the shit that happened of like from like when Dick Cheney was like a young man, maybe late 20s, to how he got into politics and then how he, became vice president. And some would argue he was more powerful than even Bush was at that time because he was like the guy pulling the strings. The
Black Army. Heard of that before.
There was a law passed that he helped get passed that made it so TV news didn't have to be unbiased anymore. So before it would be like if you have like for a news channel, like if I have this Democrat guy on for 3 hours, I got to get a Republican on for 3 hours. And it used to be fair like that. And then so Dick Cheney helped pass a law saying like, yeah, we don't got to do that shit anymore. It's a private company. Private company can do whatever they want.
Which is true.
And yeah, I mean, that's a fair assessment, right? It's just the fact that they pretend to be unbiased, right? Like that should be, it should be like, hey, we're the right wing channel. And then the other guy should be like, we're the left wing channel. Which I
Yo,
mean, they are. It's just
yo,
no one will admit it, right?
sorry to cut
Everyone
you
is
off.
like, no, we're the reasonable channel and the other channel's crazy. That's the way that everyone frames it, right?
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off. Ashley texted me something happened with the internet, but I was like, hold on.
You're on right now.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I don't know. I don't want her to reset it though, but let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yeah, so like they actually show a bunch of that stuff and just like how Dick Cheney just navigated all this shit. Dick Cheney's a crazy dude. Not like crazy in crazy in the like what he accomplished in his life. Not saying it was good or bad. I tend to lean on the side of, yo, he did a lot of fuck shit. Especially with this war on Iraq, dude. That shit's the Afghanistan and the Iraq war. Like, I'm pretty sure 99% of people today think that it was a bad idea. But like they show like how he navigated this stuff to like consolidate his power. And not only his power, but to make the US president more powerful, like as a role. Because like technically, like I'm sure like everyone remembers, or even if you don't remember, you remember hearing about like, oh yeah, only Congress can declare war. You know, like that's what you learn in school. And then now it's like, yo, but presidents do drone strikes every day when you think about it. So like that started.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely not cool. And like it started with like what Cheney did, and like he helped do all this stuff. So it's significant. I shouldn't say crazy, but it's significant, the stuff that he did and like how it shapes the history of the world, you know, like due to policies and things that he did then. But it's crazy because at the end of the movie, he actually talks to like the viewer and he's like, oh yeah, I see you judging me, blah blah this, blah blah that. And I'm just like, damn, bro. And you know, Christian Bale's that dude, you know, so it's a great movie. You should check it out. You'll enjoy
Check it out, man. This guy, man, who over here dropping movie recommendations over y'all.
Oh yeah, man. You know, I gotta put everyone on, whether it be tech, movies.
Yeah.
I would name a third thing, but I was like, let's pump the brakes on that, you know.
So, all right, being that we doing this new format where we're releasing on Twitter on Fridays, let's talk about Twitter, man. You recently, this guy Elon has actually secured the funding, which is I believe like $53 million. Don't quote me, don't fact check me. We'll fact check it later. $53 billion for the secure the actual company, which was I think it was like $54 and some change to every shareholder. Which jump in now if you can. You know what I'm saying? He might catch you out. Do you think it's gonna go through? You think the SEC is gonna let this shit ride? Because I think that's gonna be a gatekeeper, and then like you mentioned earlier, they're gonna vote on it too as well.
I think it won't pass because he couldn't even take his own company Tesla private, let alone buy another company and take it private.
I mean, he bought Tesla though, right?
But it was private, and then he took it public.
Yeah, and then he realized he made a mistake of making it public.
Yeah, and so now he can't take it back private because he's tweeted a few times that he wants to take it private, but like his board or whatever won't let him do it, right? But what's something that's interesting that not a lot of people are talking about, at least on Twitter. Funny that we're talking about Twitter on Twitter, but this opens up a huge can of worms because if this can happen, who's going to stop Apple from just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to buy Microsoft? I mean, they can't afford to buy Microsoft, but like, oh hey, this company that's worth like $100 billion here, yeah, I'm just going to buy them. And just pay people out. Like, who's to say now these huge tech companies that have more cash than entire countries do can't just buy up other companies and then take them private?
I mean, Google's been doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not taking public companies and taking them private.
Oh, you're right. I was gonna say
that's like you can buy other private companies, but like to take a public company, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then so like I'm sure like all these companies, like I know like they're not obviously they've probably thought about this. Like I'm sure they're talking to their lawyers as soon as they saw Elon say he was going to buy Twitter. I'm sure Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and I was like, yo, they hit up their lawyers like, yo, can we do this shit? Because they're about to become even bigger monopolies than they pretty much are.
So I think in the case you brought up of the whole Apple and Microsoft thing, that's definitely gonna get shot down in terms of monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of from the
I don't
SEC
think it. I don't
standpoint.
think it will because Apple can argue that they're a luxury company and not a computer company. They took
Eh,
computer. They're not filed as a technology company anymore.
their products are similar.
Yeah, I mean the products are similar, but Apple provides services. That's where they make their money. They don't really make their money on their. I mean, they do make money on like iPhone sales and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Microsoft doesn't sell phones like that.
I'm seeing in regards to like the MacBook, Surface Pros, that software.
But I mean, there's like Apple makes their money selling music. That's where they make most of their money.
Okay.
Microsoft, as far as I'm aware, I don't think Microsoft has a music service. As
No.
far as I'm aware.
They used to have Zune. They used to have Zune.
Oh yeah, one of my homeboys had it. He swore up and down. He's like, "This shit is a brick. You can't mess it up like your puny little iPod." And I'm like, "Bro, the way I thought, I was like, yeah, man, my iPod Nano can fit in my skinny jeans, so whatever, dude. I'm not sticking this giant brick in my pocket."
Bricks, all white bricks.
Speaking of white bricks, that new Pusha T drops tomorrow.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna check it out on Spotify, man. Look at you recommending.
New Pusha T coming, new Future coming. You see that tweet, by the way?
What tweet?
I think it was like Double XL or somebody. They were like, new Pusha T, new Future, new a third rapper who I'll say in a second, new Kendrick Lamar dropping all the dates. They had Jack Harlow.
I heard the Kendrick Lamar was going to drop his shit. I'm looking forward to this one because it's like his last album.
But it's like
record label.
Yeah, so it's like, you're like, oh damn, you got Pusha T, one of the most iconic drug rappers of all time. Future, one of the most iconic trap kind of sing-songy rappers of all time. Kendrick, one of the most iconic rappers of all time. And then you got Jack Harlow just kind of in the middle of that list. They was roasting them boys.
I mean, yeah. Tyler Hero.
What's that song he's got? The Tyler Hero song, yeah. And then What's Poppin'?
He got a couple songs. No,
he got some songs.
He got more than that. I just can't name them right now. I forgot, but
he got that song with Lil Nas X.
Oh, not that, not just that one. But I'm saying like they show.
He got some tunes. But he's not on that level though. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no. But they're gonna push him to be though.
I mean, they're definitely trying.
Yeah,
they got all these big rap Twitter accounts like Complex and stuff like pushing his name next to all those guys' names, and I'm like, bro, is he about to be the new Macklemore? Just like beat Kendrick in the Grammys?
Hey, Annie rock with Drewski.
He do rock with Drewski. Yo, did you see how they got on Drewski the other day?
No.
He made like a skit about like guys that try to get girls drunk. And then they were roasting him for it. And it's like, bro, he's not saying that's what he would do.
He's saying that's what actually happens.
That's what happens. And he's just shining a mirror on people, you know?
Yeah. He's just a teachable moment.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they started like, oh, you shouldn't be promoting this. And he's like, I'm not promoting it. I'm just showing you what be going down. And so he ended up deleting the video or whatever.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I was hoping he didn't. Like, I wish like he would just be like, hey, bro, this is what goes down. Maybe it shouldn't go down.
Bro. Yeah, only you can prevent forest fires. I mean, maybe it's a teachable moment.
Wow.
Hey, man, we're coming up on our hour. You want to go ahead and drop the normal YouTube cadence?
As always, it's your boys, the Peachtree Devs, Mayhole and Rick. Appreciate y'all pulling up on us.
Oh yeah.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell. I think it's down here.
Ding ding. Oh, that's right.
Do that shit. We got 60 subscribers now. On the road to 100.
Yeah.
On the road to 100. We'll record some new ads. Oh, speaking of, shout out to y'all. One of y'all listeners had nominated us for a scholarship for podcasts, and we won $250. We haven't gotten it yet, but like I got the email saying somebody nominated us.
Oh,
and
man. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to y'all. You know, we're gonna use that $250 to like help the pod. We're not gonna pocket it. We'll probably buy new equipment or maybe do like an event or something and just like pay for food and drinks.
Or we can do another gear drop.
Oh yeah, we'll do a merch drop.
Yeah, just do what we do last time. Give out free gear, free shirts. You know,
Yeah.
summertime, t-shirt time.
Yeah. We should do some like tanks or something for summer.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Or Peachtree Dev basketball shorts.
Oh, I gotta talk to our lady before that one because
Mhm.
I want like the Peachy logo in the middle. The
Ah,
shorts. But yeah, we'll talk about it later. You know, it's
all
marketing
right, all
stuff.
right.
But yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Oh, you already said the notification bell and all that shit. So
I think
hey
so.
man,
We're
we
good.
here every Thursday. Pull up on us, check us out. Appreciate the love. Thursday and Friday on Twitter. You know, our staging release and our pro release.
We're going through UAT right now,
Ah, ah. So check us out next week. We gone. We out. I don't have anything else. You got anything?
Shit. Can't think of nothing. We
All
good.
right.